Hey folks, I'm Philippi and welcome back to Star Trek New Civilizations, the Stellaris mod that brings Star Trek into the Stellaris universe. We've ended our previous run, as I was talking about in the last episode of that one. I think we hit a critical point where there's no way we could beat back the Cardassian and Romulan fleets. We might have been holding off the Romulans in the north, but the Cardassian fleets were just too big. I think the other baddies in the universe got to a runaway state, and that run was not going to go anywhere. So I decided, since I've learned a bunch of stuff from that mod, that was really my first full playthrough, well, not full playthrough, but you know what I mean, long playthrough that I've done of the game, or the mod. I thought maybe I should take all that knowledge and apply it to a new run with United Earth and see if we can do better this time. Knowing things like updating fleets, having more ships on board, how the ascension process works, how the alliance process works, which traditions are best to take, and sort of rushing to get a good federation early on, with a couple of members to start it off, more than just the two. We can go from there and try and get a nicer, cleaner run to explore more of this, because I'd really like to see more of the events that occur in the Enterprise era, and then hopefully move into the next Discovery era, Strange New Worlds era, if Strange New World stuff content is part of the game, the original series stuff, and maybe even make it all the way to Next Gen, DS9, Voyager, and beyond. Maybe even Lower Decks is in this game, and Prodigy. Who knows? But I'd love to see and explore more, but we gotta get through the beginning stuff again, because I want to give this United Earth start one more try before we try a different faction or a different approach to the game. So let's do this one more time with United Earth and see how it starts. So for those of you who didn't see this last time, United Earth, the specter of the conflict had followed humanity for centuries, culminating in the Third World War of 2053. Emerging from this post-atomic horror, the people of Earth struggled to survive until the scientist Zefram Cochrane successfully drew the attention of the Vulcan science vessel Toplanahath a decade later. Following almost a century of Vulcan patronage, the people of Earth are ready to take their first steps into the great unknown, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. That is what to be human, to make yourself more than you are. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. A good lesson for everybody in life. And this is sort of the history of United Earth and the Federation. The movie First Contact covers this first part, and the bottom part here is sort of what happens in Star Trek Enterprise. Let's begin. Let's see where we are. Let's see, we've got Earth and Mars as our two planets in our home system here. We've got a small fleet of ships and Starbase 1, as well as two other ships. We have a construction ship here I can send to do something here. Is it just, let's pop out for a second, it's just that one research space that we can do, so we'll do that. Let's grab our science vessel, and we need to make good. We got a direct connection to the Vulcans, that's good. The previous playthrough there was a blockage there. Let's get Tau Ceti done. We'll start building towards the Vulcans, which would be wonderful. And then we'll get working towards getting at least two more science ships going. Let's pick some research here. None of these are super good to start with, so let's just get energy from energy credits. Colony development speed, that might be good for early colony. Let's get that under the way. Mining station output might be better. Let's get mining station output. Then we'll get colony development after that. None of these are great, so I'm going to get the Mercury class heavy frigate to get some of that underway. Yeah, I think that's all we need to do right away. No, that's not true. Government. That's not the government screen. This is the government screen. Factions. We should do an edict. Off the bat, I don't think any of these are super useful, although we could increase the happiness for a little while. Let's do, we need the stuff for that. Yeah, that's right. Let's not change that, but it's do change our naval recruitment. Right now we have professional service, which is great for when you're at war or need conflict, but right now it's doing a huge negative to crew production. So I'm going to go to encouraging service right now to encourage people to get into it. And I think it kind of makes sense thematically and role-playing wise, that United Earth wants to encourage its citizens to get into its ship so we can explore space right now, as opposed to going to a purely professional service of like the next generation kind of thing, where exploration is not so new, it's not so Wild West in space. Other than that, I think all of these are great to keep as is. Good there. I think we've got everything else settled. Let's go up to thing. Oh, one thing we do want to do is create an embassy with you. Improve relations with you. Perfect. Let's move it along here. I need at least 100. I think I have enough for the next science ship. Indeed. That built. Complete. So next science ship, we do have an science officer already ready to go. Alright, we get our scientist Adrien Cook going. Let's have her do Alpha Centauri, I think. That's a good choice. And then we'll get a third scientist on the go shortly. I forget how much alloys we need. We need 133. No problem. Construction ship will just sit on Earth for a little while. Let's set the home base to Starship 1 and have them, or Starbase 1 and have them move over there. So this is a bit of a dead end here, so we want to explore this way for sure, and up this way for sure. Looks like we may not have a connection to the Tellarites, because on all the playthroughs I've done, the Andorians are somewhere over here. And the Tellarites are somewhere over here, and it looks like we may not have a connection, because this doesn't connect. Maybe it will up this way? I don't know, we'll see. Enough Q. 133, you definitely have enough for another science ship. Yeah, sure. We should assign someone to Mars as well, so let's get that done. Do I have a secondary person? No, so let's put the Minister of Defense on Mars.
Technology discovered.
Good, we got more energy from energy credits. Let's get physics research boost. That's a good one. Our science ship is ready to go. We have a new scientist. Ooh, Clayton Mead, wow. Survey speed plus 15% sounds wonderful, so we'll get you. Sebo Bukwana, I think. Counselor or perfectionist? Let's do perfectionist. I'm gonna have you come and do this way. We'll look for the Andorians. And this person will go north and we'll look for the Tellarites. So Inner Light, an alien probe of Proxima Sectori 1 appears to be active as the ship's sensor sweep over it. A surge of nucleonic particles detected moments before a nucleonic beam penetrates the USS Velikon's hull. Beams aim directly at Captain Adrien Cook, and after a moment of dizziness, she falls onto the floor unconscious. The executive officers order a red alert, and the medical team rushes to the bridge. The chief medical officer quickly realizes that the captain is in fact in a deep REM sleep, only accelerated many orders of magnitude faster than normal. Reverse thrusters or shields up? Do shields up? Chief medical officer argues that cutting off the beam may endanger the captain, and cautions that more gradual reduction in intensity could provide better data to retrieve her. The tactical officer counters that the USS Velikon is under attack, and that their officers could be incapacitated at any moment if the beam is allowed to continue. Let's reverse thrusters. USS Velicon backs away from the probe, but even at full impulse, it manages to keep a steady relative position while continuing to fire the nucleonic beam at Captain Adrien Cook. Hold position. Several minutes passed, and Captain seems to sleep soundly. The crew is uneasy about allowing the alien influence to paralyze the captain, with the tactical officer suggesting that the weapons be fired to disable the probe. Countering this, the medical officer insists that the captain appear otherwise unharmed, and it may be prudent to keep the beam in place until it comes to a conclusion. Continue to monitor the captain. After several more minutes, this is really cute. Several more minutes, the probe finally turns off its nucleonic beam. Captain Adrien Cook slowly comes to, surrounded by medical staff. The captain looks around as if seeing the bridge for the first time, reciting the names of the crew members as if they were distant memories. The crew explains to her what happens and that she was stunned, and that she is stunned that she was asleep for at least for less than half an hour. Captain Adrien Cook explains that she had experienced an entire lifetime of memories living out what appears to have been a simulation of life on a long-dead planet. Captain orders the probe to be locked on with the grappler and brought into the cargo bay for further study. The examination of the probe finds an age-old flute, which seems to have special meaning for Adrien Cook. Oh, it's that episode where Picard gets beamed away and has a little flute scene. That's now a meme nowadays. Funny stuff. Awesome story, though. Great they had a little clip in there, the music, too. That's awesome to have run into that event. I hadn't seen that one before. Oh, and Adrien Cook gets second life trait, granting this leader experience gain plus 75% and 1500 skill. Awesome. Or experience. I guess that means we have a stuff going on here. So Adrien Cook, currently, our scientist just has revered, right? And now has second life. Let's do revered too. And communication specialist, I think. Yeah. Perfect. Now they're super good at exploring and surveying. 3 ships on the go. Let's upgrade the space station with a second shipyard.
Survey complete.
And when we get enough money, I'm going to upgrade Earth as well. Reminds me I should set Mars to be a mining colony.
Initiating communications.
That's my
Initiating communications.
pullback right away. Yes, we will do a research thing with you. Why not? System is surveyed. Perfect. Please survey right here.
Evading hostiles.
We found Nausicaans there. Okay. It's sort of good. I'm going to have you survey that system when you're ready.
Initiating communications.
Defensive Pact, I don't want this. We can do the infinite thing. Let's grab the Expanded Council. Mining station output is awesome. Let's grab... None of these are great. So we get housing. I want the Defensive Pact right away. I'm going to decline that for now. I don't need it. But we'll get back to that, and maybe we will. Let's pick up Horizon here and grab the Tau Ceti system.
Construction complete.
Good. Soul's ready to go.
Initiating communications.
Non-aggressive pact we'll definitely agree to, though. I don't need that, though. Is there an M class here? No. So I'm not super worried about not getting this system. Who else leveled up? My head of research did. I'm currently a doctor. It's not super helpful as a head of research. None of these are. Let's get communication specialist as well. In fact, let's take a look at my government here. Do I have a better head of research? Not really. Let's grab Adrien Cook and stick there, and then start in charge instead. I don't have anything either, eh? This Minister of Defense has Council Agenda Speed. An eye for talent, is that what this one is? Yeah, experience gain. We'll continue on our way here. Oh, we got new tech. Mercury class, excellent. Let's get the alloys. Pick up our fleet here, and we will add the Mercury class ship, which is a damage 8.81. Slightly better than the other two, so I guess we'll add it. Well, maybe we'll add 2 of them. And let's get one built.
Construction complete.
Well, that's done. A really big fleet here, okay? On an N-class world, and then this. G-class primal world there. Alright. How many... You have 8 orders left. How many here? 12 orders left? Guess we'll come take this. Don't really need this, though. I'd rather get Alpha Centauri. Let's move up that way. Actually, why don't I do the mining stations here, and then we'll move up. And we will grab diplomacy to start. So we need to form the Federation. Once we're up to 300, I can add some stuff to Earth. Good, my Prime Minister leveled up. Giving me more fertility would be useful. Championing the people is also good. Let's get the experience gain on our counselors. Our Minister of State could definitely use an upgrade. I don't really... I mean, they are governing from Earth, so getting this decision cost stuff would be useful, but not super useful. Fortifier is okay. Let's get a politician. And that reminds me, on Earth, I want to do the decision to repair the Orpheus mining colony. Get that going. Yeah, we have one more ship in dock.
Technology discovered.
Physics research from researchers, excellent. Let's get the EPS manifold. Yes, we need some auxiliary systems in our ships, and that's a good one.
Technology discovered.
Alloys from jobs is nice. Minerals from jobs is super. Let's get that. You're done there. Okay, you can come up to Alpha Centauri now. I think I'm just going to leave this one, although that's not a bad system. I think I'll still leave it. Have them come take Alpha Centauri, so we can settle that world pretty quickly. Another world that's not colonizable by us. The Solar Sailor. We have discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Polyman 2D. The sublate vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of its massive sails is a large tear in where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid, which appeared to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. Orpheus mining colony is done. Transportation of large amounts of material and personnel to Luna in order to repair the damage done by the Orpheus mining colony Orpheus mining colony is complete, and the mobile drilling platform is operational once again. So this gives us +1 district, +1 mining district, and +1 generator district. And I think we can actually build a second part of that, Armstrong City, right now. No problem. We'll get that done.
Survey complete.
But that survey is done down there.
Survey complete.
Do I want this particular spot? We're investigating that right now, I think. Nevia is done. Okay, let's have you head this way. Survey that system. Any left for you? You got 3 orders left. All right. This is Axon. This is where the Axonarians, Axonari, I think is how you pronounce them, would have spawned. but they are not here in this playthrough, which is actually kind of nice because it allows us to be nice and close to the Vulcans. Yeah, let's claim this world. You know, I could always use a second. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I can always use a second construction ship. So let's build one of them. Get that going down there. Earth needs stuff. I have lots of money, so let's just buy 1,000 here. I would like you to build a mining district for me. Please and thank you. In fact, that's a little more important than Armstrong City. Let's get that done. Good. Minerals from mineral jobs. Get the scout upgrade. Or the Ganymede class scout. Ancient capsule. Unfortunately, the capsule's decaying orbit was miscalculated as it entered Axanar B1A's atmosphere earlier than expected by burning up. Scans of the debris proved inconclusive. That's unfortunate. That leaves you not doing anything. That's correct. I would like you to come this way. Maybe. Actually, why don't you come back and do this system and this system, and we'll fill in a little bit here like that. Let the construction ship on Sol become gain Axanar to our system. Which will help out quite a bit. There's Erica Hernandez. I might pick her up at some point, but I want to save as much unity as I can.
Survey complete.
But you're done here. Let's move you to grab this system as well. Please and thank you, and I'm going to have you move over here.
Technology discovered.
Good. More housing is nice. Let's get consumer goods, I think. Yeah, look at consumer goods. We'll be able to settle Alpha Centauri very shortly.
Construction complete.
Oh, we found Lalande. Found some bad guys. I think they're always the scripted mining robots. Yeah, it's them there. There's no problem. You're done here. Can you do the mining stations? And let's also colonize this world. I need 200 stuff. Let's just do that. And I'll grab you and settle Alpha Centauri Prime. Not the most wonderful planet, but it's still good. And it's got dilithium on it, so that's super helpful.
Evading hostiles.
More hostiles. Another not huge fleets. We can eventually take these out, but right now, super useful. Let's have you go this way. And when you're done here, I want you to go. I'll have this science ship fill in the back here.
Construction complete.
Perfect. Let's have you build some mining stations out here. There's Josh Hayes. I don't need the alliance right away. Let's grab the thing that increases my unity. Armstrong City is now done. Small settlement on Armstrong City on the moon has been expanded greatly with new buildings and colonists. The colonists continue to flock to the new opportunities on Luna, with one quoted as saying, "This of the month-long lunar night. People say it's so barren and harsh, but it is not. It is beautiful. Dawn is so shocking on the moon. 1 minute, you're in the darkest night you can imagine. In the next instant, the sun lifts up, and this glorious, pure light just explodes across the surface." Sounds beautiful. I think I'll see it in my lifetime, but still would be awesome to see.
Survey complete.
I do want to build another ship. What do I need for another? Can build one more. Let's get that.
Evading hostiles.
I don't see the hostiles. Oh, here. Small pirate base, gotcha. You head over here then. There are pirates around here. We have a whole bunch of minerals. Earth still needs jobs. You don't need jobs, you need stuff. And housing eventually. Let's grab an industrial district while we're here. Mars, do I have enough money for the thing? No, I need 1,000. Let's buy a little bit of food. I can buy 1,000 of that, and then we'll get Mars to encourage growth. Is it kind of slow growing here? I'd like it to be much more growing. Grow much faster.
Technology discovered.
Then we'll save our minerals for the new colony that gets settled. Consumer goods is done. Let's get Alien Zoo out of the way, so it's out of the thing. Yep, the space automaton. Just what I thought.
Technology discovered.
There's the EPS manifold, that really helps. Get the photon torpedo Mark 1? No, let's get the phaser bolts. Yeah, get that done. Upgrade our ships a little bit more. All our Earth ships can get upgraded, so let's do that.
Ships upgraded.
Go. Got some EPS manifolds or whatever they needed. One more. We just got built the other Mercury
Ships
class.
upgraded.
Mercury. Perfect. A matter of time. We've seen this one before, but we'll do it again. It's got some interesting results. I played some of this offline, and it's had some interesting ends to that storyline. I think we'll build the one more Mercury class. Then I'm going to stop building these smaller ships.
Technology discovered.
There's the Ganymede class. Maybe I won't build that Mercury, I'll build the Ganymede instead. This is useful. Grappler could be fun. I don't know what this does in the game. The grappler mechanism. Let's grab the reduction in cost. Let's also take a look at our fleet. Getting that. Is the Ganymede better than the Mercury? No, but let's take a look at the ship designer real quick. And I'm going to design more ships here. So the Mercury class has got one phaser and 2 torpedoes, and then some red and orange stuff. Whereas the Ganymede, yeah, it's not nearly as powerful. It only has the 2 thing, it's a point defense turret. Yeah, I think the Mercury's a better choice here. Versus Franklin, which is basically the same as the Ganymede, but slightly different. I'm not going to stop auto-generating designs. And the Emmet, also not particularly good. So I think the Freedom and the Mercury are probably the 2 we want. Freedom's damage is what? 6.78? Yeah, you're a little better. Let's grab at least one more Mercury for our fleet then. That's good. This construction ship is finished. Why don't we come over to Tenebia? I'll get that done.
Construction complete.
Daxinar is done, except you need one research station there, which is fine. A matter of time. The source of the chronoton particles appears to be traceable to a small vessel in orbit of this place. Sensors are unable to penetrate the hull, and it appears to be drifting. The vessel responds to the hail. Captain Sibo Bukwana, please move about 1 meter to your right. Confused, the captain moves aside, and a human materializes on the bridge. Excellent. Now, my name is Professor Belinda Rinon, and I've been traveling back in time 2 centuries to study the crew of the USS Aial. The exploits of this ship and the captain are legendary in my time. You can assist? Sure. Belinda Rimon's time aboard the Aial is difficult for many of the crew. The constant stream of questions and her not-so-subtle condensation condescension, not condensation, she's not wet, condescension, do little to ingratiate. After a while, several members of the crew have noticed a number of items gone missing, typically in parts of the ship that Belinda Rinon has been visiting. Inquire politely. Panicking, Belinda Rinon activates an emergency transport of her shuttle. Swift work of the USS Ariel science officer triggering a Fernon pulse counteracts the beam out process. The professor is held in the brig, eventually confessing to being a con artist from the century prior who stole her time shuttle from a real-time historian. While the shuttle is brought into a cargo bay for analysis, it appears to have been set on a timer to disappear inside the ship in a burst of chronoton particles. A few components removed from the vessel have been left behind, however. Oh, we got a whole bunch of science, which is awesome. That's actually not the outcome that I've seen a couple of times that I played this now. I've seen one where they get away. I've seen one where Ramondson gets into the ship, and the ship is out of fuel, and they're like, oh well, I guess I'm out of fuel. And then they destroy the ship, and they just join join the United Earth as a scientist. And then this one, which is true to the actual episode in Next Generation. Kind of cool. Hopefully that accelerates some of our science.
Survey complete.
Good, you're done here. Yeah, you're going to move up.
Establishing colony.
We got a colony going on Alpha Centauri. I'm so happy about that. Okay. Vulcans are fine. They're our friends. We are friendly with them. So the San Diego here on Axanar is not doing much. These systems I don't think are worth it, so I'm going to move up to Sol and see what appears after Wolf. Something nice up this way, or if we should move out to a different direction.
Anomaly detected.
An identified vessel appears adrift in minimal power near Tarkalia. Sure, research that. This is 3K, this is 2K, this is like 1K. It's like just over 3K. There's Benzar. Oh, we didn't find the Benzar. Yeah. And Benzarians. The blue people with the mouse guard, isn't that them? Benzites? So many aliens, it's hard to remember all the names for all of them. I remember who they are, though.
Construction complete.
Yeah, that one's going to take a while to get to. We don't really need that planet anyhow. USS Velikan approaches the vessel. Captain Cook attempts to open the channel, but no response. And the view screen activates. The bridge officers gasp. The ship is an ancient DY-type vessel. The last of its class was built centuries ago at the end of the 20th century. What the ancient ship is doing here, out near the Tarkalia, is a mystery. But the comms officer has detected a faint radio signal, an SOS in Morse code. If anyone is alive, they are in distress. Approach the ship.
Updated.
And that is here. So why don't you do that, please? Once you've done that, I want you to survey that, and then survey that. When you're done surveying here, buddy, you can survey over here. The construction ship here is done. It's only a 20 on that arid world, which is unfortunate. Let's go grab it. Oh, I need 4 influence, so maybe we can do the stations here instead.
Special project complete.
The SSJ Lyman. The SSJ Lyman, ship's primitive computer reveals, is a DY-100C cargo ship. While aboard, Adrien Cook comes across the sleep chamber of a person who is presumed the captain of the vessel. With the aid of the medical officer and the chief engineering officer, they are able to revive the sleeper, and before long, all of the J. Lyman's crew. It seems the Lyman was carrying a number of engineers looking to test revisions to the ship's Warp 2 engine. The revisions worked. but the crew were unable to shut down the drive, opting to enter stasis in the hope that one day being rescued. After a discussion of the time period to which they are now in, as well as the status of the galaxy as a whole, the crew decides to offer whatever help they can. They gave me some unity, that's nice, and some engineering influence, that's nice, and hopefully we gave them a nice home. Our head of research will be the statistician, because that gives research speed.
In the galaxy
There we go. We've discovered what they are. Range of mining drones. Let's build another ship here.
Anomaly detected.
An unknown, an unidentified vessel appears to be adrift with minimal power in the Benzar system. There's another one out here. Hopefully it's not another cryogenically frozen crew, a stasis crew, who are lost from Earth. Or else there's been a problem in the past with these particular ships. Oh, there's a promising candidate that I definitely need, so let's grab them. Let's get capacity stuff and energy grid, because that's really good. Let's also go to leaders and hire Sung. Dr. Sung, where are you here? You're just too good not to hire. We will do so. And I'm also going to give you a ship. Actually, I don't really need the ship. So what do I take a look at the leaders here for a minute? Just the science leaders. I don't mind having 3. We're going to keep Adrien Cook because they got the second life trait. And you're just, these two are just super explorers, and you're pretty good as well. You're actually better at governing a planet, which is what I might do instead. I'm going to have you govern Mars, I think, or Alpha Centauri. What would you do? Firewise and some other stuff. Planet Governor, you do negative amenities and doctor's output. Increase the research speed, yeah. You do survey speed. You don't do anything on a planet. You have the same thing as Dr. Sung. You also do good anomaly stuff, and you do anomaly stuff and research speed as well. I think Dr. Sung will just govern a planet, probably Alpha Centauri, once it's up and running, which won't be too long from now. Yeah, known vessel. The Ariel approaches the vessel, and Captain Buhwana attempts to open a channel with no response. The view screen activates, and the ancient DY-type vessel appears, and they are unsurprised at seeing it, after the experiences of their sister ship, the Ariel. When the last of the class was built centuries ago at the end of the 20th century, it seems that more than one has survived to the present day. Let the ghosts of the past lie or approach the ship. We'll approach. That's my colony coming along. You're about half done. You need stuff. You've got lots of jobs now. You're pretty good. And you're doing okay now, too. Minor jobs open? You do. Minors and technician jobs, actually. Let's leave that for now. Alpha Centauri do its thing. I do have the San Diego not doing anything. Where can I go? It's going to be useful. Maybe you can go snag this. All the other ones dealing with the construction. Build that research station for me. Just got the reduction. That's good. I'll reset the one that's going to build the system just in case that makes a difference. Let's get mining subsidies. I do want to get the Saturn class here and damage control teams, but these mining and energy production bonus buildings are really, really useful, especially early on. I want to get them as soon as possible. Adrien Cook has run across an unusually deliberate geometric configuration of minerals that drifts through the debris. Possible alien origin. Cool. I'm going to get better in this run in reading the initial screen of the anomalies, because when I'm playing the base game of Stellaris, I almost never read them. So you've noticed I've skipped over some, possibly. So I'm going to try and get better to do that, because The mod makers have taken the time to put some cool stuff in there as well. The mineral construct is, for lack of a better term, a room. Made out of the same type of minerals as common use in the United Earth. The construction is hollow, icosidiodecahedron. I've never heard of that word. Resonance scans indicate that it is mostly hollow and was likely inhabited at some point in time. Unlike its pristine exterior, the interior is a complete disarray, possibly the result of an internal conflict, intentional act of sabotage. Icosidiodecahedron. A decahedron makes me think of a 10-sided. I think deca is 10-sided something or other shape. I don't know what isocido means. Science officer Adrien Cook reports that it makes it difficult to learn anything of value from the construct's insides, but stresses that the engineering techniques involved in creating the outer shell, eminently capable of withstanding the stress of deep space, must have been tremendously advanced. Cool. Cook gets even more experience. She also gains the expertise starships trait, granting her as counselor research speed in starships, as well as voidcraft research. Amazing. She's proving out to be absolutely an amazing leader. Alien Zoo is done. Naval capacity would be good to get, but I want pop speed. Growth speed, let's get that done. In Geneva, you are done here. Quite sure what to do. I don't need these two, so I'm going to hold off. They don't really offer much to the Empire. I mean, 3 physics is okay, but wonderful. Have you head down to Wolf? We'll see. Yeah. Let's have you move up here too, I guess. And I'm just going to redo you to make sure that you... I'm just going to have you move here, and I'll have you grab the system. There's no reduction. Okay. It is just for mining and research stations.
Anomaly detected.
What I thought, but I wasn't sure. The Benzar system. In orbit of a lifeless planet, Benzar 4, we have detected a drifting ship sending out a distress signal. Oh, I think I know this sequence. We do have another ship built. That's good. Translation software malfunction. It appears that a mischievous third party was able to hack into the translation software of our envoy in the Vulcan High Command. Gottfried Kurtz, so that his magnanimous platitudes instead became vicious insults that left none unscathed, not least their administrator, who was declared to be a vile beast. Fortunately, the malfunction was swiftly uncovered, and the Vulcans took the incident with a sense of humor, an unnatural sense of humor. Indeed, recordings of the inappropriately human envoy are circulating wildly, causing much mirth among their people. Yeah, I can see all the Vulcans a titter with this thing. They're probably just going, those stupid humans. I should say Vulcans don't. It's not that they don't have a sense of humor. They just don't really express it very well. The Samar Etan Snare. Cesareo's sensors have locked onto the vessel, and it's loaded to capacity with minerals, and its engines appear dead. An automated distress signal loops every 78 seconds. Captain Bukwana orders the channel open. I was just rereading the name, make sure I pronounced that correctly. Orders the channel open and introduces himself. A short, rotund alien appears on the view screen. We've seen this one before. We'll go through it again. Says the alien. You have broadcast a distress signal. Do you need assistance? Says the alien once again. What is the nature of your problem? Captain Bukwana asks impatiently. We are Pakled. Our ship is the Mondor. Look for things. Things that make our ship go again. You help repair, perhaps? Sure. This negative trait. Wastefulness. Excuse me. Good thing you're not a governor, but wow. Ariel, yeah, you're locked into an event. Okay. Here, how we doing? Good, good. Starbase 1, there's nothing really to build in the this category, so I'm not going to bother. Let's check on our fleet. Can't build anything. Don't really need any of these. I'm waiting for the heavier ship to come in, so we're just going to leave that for now. Captain Bukwana has joined the away team in repairing the Packlet vessel. While aboard, he discovers that the ship's databanks contain extensive scientific data on this region of space. Given the varying encoding formats, including at least one classified United Earth protocol, the data is likely stolen from multiple species. The captain mulls whether to confront the Packlet about the data or abandon the repairs. Let's confront. Captain Bukwana accuses the Packlet captain of having stolen data from United Earth. The alien laughs and draws a disruptor pistol, vaporizing a member of the repair team. Captain Bukwana orders the Aial transporter chief to beam the rest of the repair crew back aboard. As the team are successfully beamed back, a hastily configured dampening field set in place by the Packlet prevents the return of the captain. The Packlet transmits a warning to the Aial that the captain must complete the repairs to the vessel alone or be killed. Nasty, nasty.
Construction complete.
Good, you're done up here. Let's have you start working on the mining stations. Captain Bukwana is forced to proceed alone with the repairs in the Packlet vessel, given the precarious state of the ship's warp core. Direct action could prove disastrous and destroy the ship along with the captain. We could trick them. You Packlet are not stupid, says the first officer to the Packlet captain. On the USS Ariel's view screen, the Packlet captain pauses for a moment. No, we are not stupid, he replies. You have outthought and defeated us. You have our captain. We respect your strength and cunning. Yes, we are strong and we are cunning, says the Packlet. Well then, we give you all our dilithium and the contents of our databanks in exchange for our captain. Lower your shields, and we will beam them over to you. The Packlet vessel lowers its shields, and moments later, Captain Bukwana is safely aboard the Aial. With no intention of paying the ransom, the Aial leaves the area at once. Gain 50 influence. Pretty cool. I'm going to do something I normally do in these playthroughs because I find a little jarring to read. I get why the NCC is here, but I think it makes it weird to read in the description. I have two ships named the exact same thing. Will we also rename this ship? That's a little weird. Let's keep this another V name. Let's call this the Victoria. After all the Victorias in the Earth, including one here in my home country of Canada. You all have them too? You do. I'm just going to get rid of them on these ships as well, because sometimes they do missions as well. Let's get them out. Goodbye. And the Horizon. Nice name for a ship. NCC 1. There we go. Okay, Ariel, what are you up to? Not much. You have no orders? Research that system. Survey that system. Survey that system, please.
Survey complete.
Who leveled up? Our Minister of Defense. Politician is probably best. You are governing on Mars. This army build speed and soldier jobs, not that useful, so we will get council agenda speed going up. So that is useful, at least immediately. San Diego doesn't have much to do. You're doing all the orders here. So San Diego, why don't you come over here and grab this system?
Special project complete.
The SS Botney Bay. Oh, guess what? It's another DY-100 class ship. As the away team rematerializes, they discover that among the number of occupied stasis chambers, Captain, it's a sleeper ship, reports the away team. USS Ariel's medical officer examines the bodies inside the compartments and determines that they are still alive. Control lights flicker. The away team's tricorders alert that the compartments have begun the process of reviving their occupants. The ancient stasis chambers struggle under the weight of centuries of use, and without outside intervention, the occupants will be unlikely to survive. See that here, getting rid of the NCC makes this a little more natural to read. Attempt to stabilize and revive the process, of course. We leveled up. Just one of our scientists, in fact the one doing this mission. I don't need you with that. An archaeologist would be fun, but let's do... I don't have any archaeology here, and I haven't seen many in these playthroughs. Let's just do the one here. The Botney... I think I know what the Botney Bay is. All but 12 of the sleepers have revived successfully. The human occupants are first disoriented but quickly recover in the USS Ariel's sickbay. One among them seems to be the leader of the group, a male who refers to himself as Khan. Attempts to elicit further information from him are fruitless, as he expertly deflects the inquiry. Oh. We've got trouble. We've got Khan. Well, that'll take us to the end of the first episode. I think that's a nice cliffhanger. What's going to happen on the Botney Bay? What's going to happen to the USS Ariel? We shall see. So join us again in this new playthrough of the United Earth. Hopefully we do better. Hopefully we expand our little bean empire here into something more exciting and form the Federation fairly quickly, I think. See you in the next episode. Please like and subscribe, as it helps out the channel quite a lot, especially with the first episode of a series. Gets more eyes on the screen and really helps out quite a bit. So hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day.